Thanks for joining us in this special edition of the Sala de Café that is normally held in Spanish, but today is a great day that we choose to tell about two special challenges that we are proposing in Fund 9 about a specific challenge for the LATAM region. And we wanted to reach out to a wider community and explain why we are proposing those challenges, what do they mean for us, why they are important for the community, and have an open conversation with you all in terms of whatever addition or comment or thing that you may want to give to us. So I will share my screen momentarily. There we go. Can you see it? Yep. Okay. So basically, in Fund 9, we have two challenges proposed that have really great ratings from the assessment stage. I think we are a top 10 in both challenges within the challenge setting challenge. That's encouraged us to and give us signals that we are maybe signaling good for the community and have good feedback on this idea of proposing regional challenges with specific needs for regional expansion of Cardano, and that is encouraging. So the first one is plus Cardano developers in LATAM. We are requesting $200,000. Basically, our motivation is based in, first of all, we all know, and many people are proposers here, and we all know that developers is a very scarce resource. And this is turning a very important topic for being able to continue this deliverance of projects all around Catalyst. And if we look at the Latin American region, which is a region in the south part of the American continent, mostly in Spanish speakers, but also a large region of that is Portuguese speaker, which is mainly Brazil. We have like 660 million people living there. And now, based on several researchers that are there, we can see that is the second largest growth region in terms of development. So that means there is a lot of great talent potentially there waiting for us to unlock it and derive it to Cardano. It's also known that Latin American is well into the crypto space. There are several of the countries in Latin America that are on the top 10 of people buying and transacting in cryptocurrencies, but we sense as a community that that is not really the case in Cardano, even though the Latin American community is growing quite well. Still, the amount of developers that we are seeing from the Latin American space are rather low. That could be something that is derived because of the languages that we're using in Cardano, such as Lotus and Haskell and other stuff that is not that easy to find all over the place. But there is a lot of motivation from a lot of people that we engage and collaborate with, that if we give the proper means and the proper incentives, there could be a lot of those developers that will turn into blockchain developers for Cardano. So we wanted to put a challenge there in order to encourage people to present proposals in order to unlock that potential. Basically, the challenge is a general challenge. We are not aiming for a specific type of developers. So we put all these type of ideas as a guidance for which type of proposals are aligned with the challenge objectives. So we are aiming as proposals with aim of educating technology people in Cardano in Latin America, such as Plutus, Haskell courses, SPO's courses, or Atala Prism courses that foster this development engagement in the community. Also, incentivize proposals to incentivize Cardano adoption in technical communities, such as, I don't know, reaching out to Ethereum-related communities that are kind of probably the most important ones in the Latin American region, to tell them, hey, we have all these opportunities in the Cardano space, and we have all these funded proposals or these opportunities for you, make a switch. So that's another area that good proposals can be received. Also promote the Latin talent in the Cardano project, such as if we have, I don't know, place, project, community, or some place where we already have good talents that can be offered to the wider community in Cardano, that could be also a good proposal for this challenge from the Latin American to the wider world community in Cardano. And also to facilitate platform creation or LATAM-based products. Also, those proposals are more than welcome. This is an article that we watched recently. It was published in April, and Andres Oppenheimer is a well-known and reputed journalist from the Latin American community. He's working mainly for CNN, and he published this in Miami Herald about the faster growth of the Latin American community of startups in the world. One of the he says is the fastest growing region in the world, and we concur with that because there is a lot of well-educated people in this region of the world. So it's not just about teaching or leveraging existing talent, but also encourage many of those talents that are latent there or are waiting for an opportunity to jump into the Catalyst or Cardano space. As there is a very high rate of education in Latin America, that could be also a base for creating the next step in development or technical people in Cardano. I will go to the second one, and then we will open for questions if you like. So the second challenge is the LATAM community hubs. We are requesting 150K for it. Basically, our purpose is Catalyst, and all what we are doing is connecting people to collaborate, right? In order to change the world, we need to get together, we need to grow together, we need to generate trust among each other. And that, even though that could be partially done virtually, we think that in Latin America specifically, we need to foster physical activities, people meeting face-to-face, people meeting locally in their small communities, and be able to collaborate better, faster, and grow and unlock the potential in each city, region, country, or whatever. So our purpose is to generate a challenge to foster proposals that are aimed to enable networking between local communities, provoke or generate relationship development between the community, create leaders in each local community. That is a very specific and interesting point. If we have strong leaders, that usually generate traction, and that usually generate sustainability of the community, and it will make it grow. And also, of course, Cardano adoption at the local level. The expected results is to have as many hubs or communities in the main LATAM cities, which are quite a lot of cities. So there is a really interesting challenge because we have a lot of room for producing that. More members in the LATAM community to grow our members and the different communities that are part of this effort. more proposals in the catalyst ecospace from the LATAM region and more SPOs from LATAM. Questions? What do you think?
I really like the developers, you know, Alex. the developer channels. I think there's a lot of room here for do something better for Cardano.
I agree. There is a lot of capabilities there to unlock that potential, and I've seen the Ethereum community how it grew in the last years, and it did without any kind of support. So it took a lot of more effort and time that what we can do. So we can really, with the proper incentives, I think we can make it grow really, really fast and outpace the other blockchains in that area. Go on, Juan. Dale, Juan.
Thank you. Yes, I just was having trouble unmuting. But yeah, I wanna talk about the hubs. I think the beauty of hubs that we already have proof of concept because Buenos Aires is working, in some other cities are already working, and in the case of Colombia, we have Colombia, which will start making series of departments for hubs, but they are already working and thinking and doing meetups, you know that. So I love it. I love that idea.
Thank you, Juan. Also, there is another topic that is relevant for these Fund 9 challenges, as maybe not of you know, but many of you know, that in the Fund 8, we had a challenge that was presented in Fund 7, Growth LATAM, Growth Cardano, that was not voted, or I must say it was downvoted, so it lost the opportunity to be funded. And we've been discussing that with the community on what was that signal, right? What the voters were trying to tell us in terms of this type of challenge that are aimed for specific regions. And we end up with a conclusion and a hypothesis that the reason why the general Growth LATAM, Growth Cardano was downvoted was because it was too general and it was not making too much sense to have so many region general type of challenges. So we kind of discussed that, and we did our due diligence about, hey, does it make sense really to have specific regional challenges, and why? And the conclusion for us was, yes, it does make sense, but it does make sense when you have a specific thing that you have to, or you want to advance or progress, and that it will really make sense for Cardano and Catalyst to invest in that region for that reason. And that's why we selected these two, which are really two things that we think are really good, or could be really good for the Latin American region, and vice versa for the Catalyst and Cardano ecosystem from the Latino region, which is developers. As you saw, if we are the second largest growth in developers in the world, and we have a unique base of really talented and educated people that can add talent and technical talent for the Cardano ecosystem, that is a unique opportunity that we can provide. And then on the second part, which is the hubs, maybe you all know that Latinians are kind of used to meet, and generally communities we are really collaborative when we can structure that collaboration and unlock that potential. So creating communities we think that it will it will totally make sense in Latin America. That will foster a strong community with people really focused in Cardano and make that relevant for the general wider community. Yes, Wallace.
No, but I'm sorry. One question. I think here is that you guys want to have the people specialize in Solidity?
No.
Or, no, you said
No.
why not
no.
Haskell?
Sorry.
Why not Haskell?
Yeah. Haskell, Haskell and Plutus, not Solidity. Solidity is not Cardano.
I know,
no.
I know. That's why I was like, I thought I heard Solidity or something. So why?
No. What I said is that
I want to learn Haskell.
Yeah, that's the idea. Let me clarify that. Yeah. There is a strong Ethereum community in Latin America, very strong. Not sure how strong it is in relative terms for the rest of the world, but it's really strong. So we are thinking that if there is a strong Ethereum community and that that was created along those last 10 years, there is a huge chance that if we show those people that are already blockchain developers that there is a huge opportunity in Cardano, and we have the means and the incentives and the projects and the opportunity for them to switch, maybe at least some of them will consider that opportunity and make the switch. And they are probably the low-hanging fruit because they know blockchain, they know how to do things in blockchain. And even though they may not know Haskell or Plutus, the switch for that to Haskell Plutus is not that far from just a regular developer or somebody that doesn't know blockchain at all. That's what, I meant.
The main problem, Alex, is that you are competing with maybe Facebook, Google, those local companies that are local in our countries. Also the unicorns are taking all the developers. They are offering good office spaces, good salaries, good education. So we need to do kind of something the same, maybe smaller, but I think we can try that because they are taking all the developers out.
Yeah, I think the pandemics make us a favor there because now most of the developers that I know, whether they are working for a big corporation or a small company in LATAM, are 100% remote. So they are working from home. So no competition with offices whatsoever for us, at least.
Yeah, well.
And but they do offer a huge benefit package and really good salaries. But again, from my point of view, the salaries we can pay for Catalyst funded proposals are in the same line.
Yeah,
so yeah, it is not the same. You have I don't know, the security that the huge corporation supposedly gives you, but again, working for a regular company for a normal developer is kind of boring, right? And having here huge opportunities for develop yourself with really interesting, top of the edge, high end type of projects, I think is a good proposition, at least for many of the developers in the region. Yes, Juan.
Right. Yeah. Thank you, Alex. Now, the other important part to consider when we talk about onboarding other communities is interoperability, which is the hanging fruit of what we have right now. The people that is already trained, they will come and learn Haskell as I can witness. We all of us that are involved in learning that. We see that how people understand. Well, once they understand Haskell, they just love it. And start, putting a lot of resources from other ecosystems to Cardano. So the idea of onboarding South America or countries or Spanish and Portuguese speakers, developers into learning about Cardano and Cardano ecosystem is just straightforward. And yeah, of course, Haskell is the key. But again, interoperability, I think that's key too.
I agree. Yeah, there are plenty of opportunities. I think there are many areas. Interoperability is one. Fiat to blockchain and vice versa is a huge opportunity in LATAM because of the payment systems and the restrictions that we have. There are plenty of opportunities for us to derive good talent and provide opportunities to the people in the region. So that's the idea of the challenge, right? Is focus on the developers, but not specific for a certain area. All the development areas, the ones that we mentioned, and probably many more, are interesting to test, right? Because at the end, a challenge is just a shell. The important stuff is about the proposers and the proposals that will be there, right? But well, first things first, we need to get those challenges voted first and funded. So we are counting on you all and the wider community to be able to support us and help us to make this challenge true, so we can build on top of that. And as a summary, let me tell you, on the last LATAM Focus Challenge, which was the Fund 7 Grow LATAM, Grow Cardano, the whole challenge was a complete success. All the proposals that were presented there was really strong proposals. It showed us that when things are provided to the LATAM people, the response is strong. The type of proposals that were presented there are very unique and really interesting. And I think that that was the first step into building more strength with Cardano in the region. So we are aiming and hoping to do the same, but now with learning, or after learning what the wider community needs and wants, and so that makes us focusing in these two areas. And well, let's see what the reaction is, what the voters think about this, and if you all can help us to send the word out and tell as much people as you can about these challenges and the whys and how we are going to do it, well, that will be awesome and great.